Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hindsight, where we see bad situations that can be avoided by good reasoning. But sometimes a situation is unavoidable and self defense is needed to get you to safety.
We're back at it. Monday morning quarterbacks, hindsight. You know what it is. Today's issue, we're going to be talking about famous child predator. I'll just say alleged to be safe. This article comes by way of the Reuters staff reporting in coming from Europe, specifically Zurich and Warsaw and Geneva, all over Switzerland and Germany. So this is in specifically St. Gallen, Switzerland. Renate Langer has filed rape charges against Roman Polanski on Tuesday, September 26, 2017. Yeah, that's right, folks. The famous director, Roman Polanski, who's known for directing films such as Rosemary's Baby, Chinatown, The Ninth Gate, Pianist. I mean, the list goes on.
The pianist?
Yeah.
The pianist?
Yeah.
Right. Not the penis, the pianist.
The pianist, sure. Okay. So.
I knew the jabs were coming and the puns.
Right. Yeah, this allegation stems back to 1972 when Langer was just a 15-year-old girl and was allegedly raped by Polanski at his Mountain Chalet. And those of you who aren't certain what a chalet is, it's basically a big cabin, at a ski resort, that you would find at a ski resort. A lawyer representing Mr. Polanski dismisses the claim, calling it absurd, and says this is an attempt to generate media attention. There was speculation as to Polanski being prosecuted since, the allegation happened nearly half a century ago. But Switzerland says there's no statute of limitation for sex crimes for children under 12 years of age, which is, I guess I'm just a little confused by that since she was 15 years old at the time. But, those are details we can get into later. Langer's the fourth woman to come forward accusing Polanski of sexual assault in their teens. In 2009, he was arrested by the Swiss in Zurich while he was receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award for film. Now, yeah. So he's arrested he was arrested by the Swiss for the 1978 U.S. rape conviction of Samantha Geimer of Los Angeles, California, and she was 13 years old at the time. Now this is the famous one where pled guilty, I think, to this charge, and then fled to Switzerland basically. And I think that's interesting. Everybody knows where this guy is. He's been living in Switzerland, the same house, everything. I mean, it doesn't take, Sherlock Holmes, or Dog the Bounty Hunter or whatever to find this guy. I mean, you could find him, Anyway, he was released 2 months later on bail and placed under house arrest at his Gestalt Chalet. This is concerning what just recently happened. So, even up to this point, Polanski's never seen the bars of a prison cell. In July of 2010, Swiss authorities released Polanski from house arrest and decided against extradition because of potential technical faults in the U.S. request and because he had, for years, come to Switzerland in good faith. So they're saying, hey, well, he's practically Swiss now, we'll deal with him. Ironically, Polanski was seen a few days later attending the Montreux Jazz Festival given by his wife, Emmanuelle Saigner, who was a French actress and singer. The couple also attended this year's Zurich Film Festival. So he's still out and about doing the damn thing like it's nothing. So New York Times quoted Langer as saying she was speaking out only now because she had read an account of another woman who came forward in August and because her parents were no longer alive. And I think this is significant because, you know, what it is we see the same thing happening here, sort of, with what happened with Harvey Weinstein. And it takes one to come forward, then another comes forward, and then the floodgates open, and then, you know, all these, you know, people come forward saying, hey, no, that was done to me too. You know, and of course there's now, you know, what's gaining traction. It's been here for a while, but we've got this hashtag Me Too feed for, you know, women to give their experience about if, you know, they were ever, you know, sexually assaulted or harassed or what have you. So yeah, this is, you know, there's different angles to this, different aspects to this. I mean, the child predator aspect, the rape, just the basic rape aspect of this, and the, you know, harassment aspect, since, you know, he's, you know, we're dealing with Hollywood, and potential, you know, as a director, he's the boss, you know, on set of a movie set. So, you know, coming with this authority. But yeah, there you have it. Suave, how you doing? I forgot to ask you.
Sir.
First of all, let me just say, how are you guys doing? I usually start with that.
I was just about to say, I know the physicist was so enthralled in the topic, he just wanted to chop it. He wanted to bite into it, chop into it. I was just gonna go ahead and lead introduction once you finally got to breathe. But it seems you back on track, brother. So I'll let you finish that up.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, gentlemen, yeah, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Suave, you know, your thoughts, please.
You got Mr. Suave here, Sensei Buddha, and Beat Physicist. You know, since, you know, he was named unmentioned. All jokes. Like I said, brother, Beat Physicist was into the topic, so good. I'd like him to get right into it, beat into it, so y'all know what actually was going on. He gave you a lot of details, a lot of facts. Now, like we always say at hindsight, our views here, our views and our views alone. So get out your feelings. Don't take our opinion for facts, even though some facts are facts. You can do your own research. Don't go out and get yourself beat up or anything like that. And things we may say about Tinseltown or just regular Joe Schmo, maybe it's all for entertainment purposes, even though there's facts on top of facts on top of facts. So get out your feelings. All right, so Roman Polanski, man, the pianist, Rosemary Berry, at Ninth Gate. It's funny because Sensei Buddha, when he set out the topic, he titled this the Ninth Gate. This is a Ninth Gate dimension of a rapist, I see. This dude is ridiculous. He, you know, yes, all alleged allegations. Anything I say on talking, if I don't say it again, these are all alleged allegations. So that's how we're going to run this topic. Even though he has been convicted, he has admitted, and he has never been tried except house arrest in a goddamn resort. Get out of here! Come on, man. I swear. So you say rich people privilege. You can't even say white privilege. I ain't even going there. I just say rich people privilege. Roman Polanski, he's still directing movies. He still got his hand in Tinseltown. And I guess it's okay for he So let's break down his history. We don't know what he grew up like. I wouldn't even care to read a book from this rat bastard. But you know, we in 1977 when this son of a bitch was 43 years old, he coerced a model / actress to, hey, your daughter is beautiful. This is all allegedly, but actually it's not really allegedly because he admitted it. So you know, I'm just throwing it out there. You know, so it just so happens that he said, I just want to take private photo shoot of your daughter. He didn't do it once; he did it twice. So the first time he got her comfortable, see how far he could go. He got her to be topless. And he said the second time, that's when I'm gonna go in for the move. You know, even sweeten the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Do I smell cover up? Now this might be allegedly because we don't know, but it was facts that he was arrested in Jack Nicholson's home. So that is facts. So he did the dirt in Mr. Shining. He did it. He did it in the Joker's home. So I mean, you know, did he know? Did he not know? I mean, you are a Joker for a reason, allegedly. I don't know, you know, but you know that's here or there. But the thing is, after you admit something like that, you know, and you know, I'm not even going to go into the details of what he did to the poor young lady back in the day. I put a name out there because her name is already out there. Her name, pronounce that for me, please.
It's Samantha Geimer.
Geimer, now, yeah, she's now has been changed to Samantha Geimer. You know, and the things he did was lascivious and ravenous for a 43-year-old to see a 13-year-old like that. And it goes back to a lot of shows where Sensei Buddha say, why are you allowing your children to be alone with these men? Just because, oh, he might be able to make me get somewhere. You as an adult already know, you know, so he's not even turned on by the grown women, even though he has a quote-unquote wife. He wants these young, prepubescent, don't know anything, illegal females. And, you know, and that's this case. In that case, he admitted. He took a plea deal. You don't take a plea deal if you're not some form of guilt. If somewhere in these details you were not doing something, you don't do that. If you're innocent of a crime, I'm gonna fight blood tooth nail to the bottom of this penny till I'm broke, begging for dollars on the turnpike of any state until I get my name cleared. I'm not gonna go in and say get cleared, but you know, I guess when you got that name, I just go back to this. You go back to where I go. I go back to the Swiss in my nice little resort, ski resort, house, chalet, or Canton. Well, Canton is like a state over there in Swiss, or something like that. But you know, he's just chilling. He's chilling. That's why I think you know, like you know, at that time was like a lot of these things. This probably was a reoccurring thing, and they're just really not spoken of. And I know where, like, Brother B. Phyllis, he was saying the hashtag Me Too. Yes, it is the Me Too, but when you're dealing, it's not like you're dealing with Uncle down the block, girl dealer down the block, or the guy down the block. You're dealing with a guy who's still worth $43 million. He has probably his star on Hollywood Boulevard. You directed movies up to 2007, or still got hands in movies up to 2017. And you know, who are you? You're just one person. So yeah, sometimes it takes. That's why they have class action lawsuits against people. Sometimes it takes the masses to put that pressure on the powers that be. So, you know, I know when Bill Cosby went through his thing, I was kind of skeptical. But, you know, facts are facts. It is what it is. The more people that come out and the more stories that are legit, you know, there's some truth. I would say there's my side and the motherfucking truth. And so all three sides, when they combine, there's some truth in there somewhere. So all these females that's going to start popping up, even though this is years later, you know, maybe she just can't have it. You know, she just couldn't have it no more. Miss Langer, like I said, we don't know what he said to her, what he did to her, and then this happened in the Swiss, so we don't even know how they even treat females when these things like that happen over there, you know. So we don't know why it took us so long to come out, and you know, a lot of it is shame. A lot of women go through shame. People go through shame who they're raped. They don't want to come out against someone who's so powerful like this in the world because he has so much money and influence. It's hard for them to come out. Now, I know we talk about a lot giving kids self-defense, some basic self-defense tactics. When you got this 40, 50, 60-year-old predator who's obviously done this multiple times, I would say he's a serial rapist. He's not a serial killer. I'm going to say allegedly, but it's allegedly facts and allegedly not facts yet. Serial rapist. So he's been practicing, and for the 84 years of life he's been here, he's been not only working his and perfected his craft of diaries. He's been perfected his craft of raping females. So I'm just saying he's just getting better and better at it. That's probably why he's self-defense for basic self-defense probably wouldn't even work against him. He's just going to overpower a small child that he can get a hold of. He's not really doing this much to what I've seen for older women. He got a taste the nasty he got a taste of the nasty lavish for young females. Just disgusting.
All right,
Polanski, you rat.
Let me cut in here for a second. Bam, we're back.
Yeah, so, the self-defense tactics for younger children, like I'm saying, this dude being a serial rapist might be harder because he's already perfected his craft, for what he's been doing for all these years. And it's just, man, eye gouges, throwing hits, throw punches, just grabbing anything that's accessible around, just trying to help. But if he got you alone, or even the parents allowed you to be alone with him, and you're in a chalet where nobody's around for a while, for maybe a couple miles or maybe half a mile, he just got the advantage every damn way. I'd say it'd be as far as you have to run to the kitchen and stab the son of a bitch to maybe have a chance, because he's just gonna hunt you down because he knows his layout, he knows his ground. You're in his territory. Man, that's true predator, planned out, sociopathic, mind playing predator. So that's all I gotta say about this rat bastard. Sensei Buddha, all you, brother.
Thank you for that, Mr. Suave, beat physicist. Again, Mr. Suave, you're 1,000,000% correct. And I do believe that there is definitely some collaboration going on here, allegedly. The reason is, what person can be convicted of rape, admit to rape, and then conveniently escape the country? You're going to have people helping you, whether he's on a private plane, or maybe he took a regular jet, whatever it was, to get over to Switzerland. But you had people that had to have colluded with him to get him out of the country. And to me, all of those people involved, they themselves too must be put in jail. The man is a felon. We've never ever seen where a rapist can say, "Hey guys, I admit to it. Let me go home and have a cup of coffee and sit down and make peace with my." It doesn't happen. If you're a person, the common man, if you're caught for something as serious as this, as you should, you immediately get put in jail. Your sentence is immediately carried out. The thing here is that his current wife, Emmanuelle Seignour, the French actress, she was also in the movie The Ninth Gate. And to me, for this lady, to know this man, hear these allegations, and still want to rock out, as we say, or be with him, that's a very interesting thing, and it's not interesting in a good way at all. You're seeing these things, like I believe in the case with Mia Farrow, when she was married to Woody Allen, and Woody Allen, this is not alleged, it was noted that he was, getting together with the Korean little girl that they had adopted. And there was nothing, I guess, that Mia Farrow felt that she could do until a certain time. These people, they hold incredible amounts of wealth and influence, and people will collude and protect them. Now, as Mr. Suave had elaborated, when you have a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, yes, self-defense does come into play. But here's the thing. You also got to teach your children, even after the physical training, during the physical training, and even before the physical training, you got to teach your children to identify with their instincts. If that little girl saw that she was being separated away from parents and people, or from a crowd of people, to be in the presence of Mr. Polanski all alone, her parents should have taught her right away, no, I ain't coming here. I'm not going to do this. I'm not getting in this car with you alone. I'm not separating from the group who's in your home, or whatever, however it went down. Parents, to this day, just like with the Catholic Church, when some of these priests rape these boys, I just don't get it. It is completely over my head. While after all these centuries, you know that this is what happens in these churches, and you still send your children there to get ministered in the word, and then sadly, an extracurricular activity of rape and molestation is happening to your child. There should always be some kind of guardian. There must be somebody to escort your child, whether they're boys or girls, doesn't matter. When you're in a situation, whether you're in Hollywood or you're sending somebody to even go on a class trip, like to the Museum of Natural History or a zoo or a museum, these predators are out here. They're sizing you up and they're looking for that moment to try to get you alone, to be alone with you. And I really, really would like to, I would really like to get a chance to just speak with these women for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and just get into their mind and say, how did you know it was going to go down? Was there anything that you could have detected? But, being a little kid, you're probably in a nice big home. You're seeing all kinds of things you've never seen before. And here's an opportunity. So, you eat your dose of humble pie and you go along with it until it's sadly too late. Again, the whole thing with Harvey Weinstein, this whole thing right now with Roman Polanski, and this is an old case. These cases are going back to the 70s. And we have confirmed rapes next to the alleged ones. This man should be in jail. There should have been no way he could have boarded any plane to make it over to Switzerland. And I do commend the Swiss for arresting him, but to me, in cases of rape, there should have been no bail to be set. You've ruined a young woman's life, a young girl's life, who will now carry that badge of pain into her adulthood. In my humble opinion, the least the Swiss could have done was kept him permanently locked up. Permanently. He doesn't get to go to his nice mountain chalet. He doesn't get to hang out and be cool. Because even though you're saying that he's hanging out on his property, a lot of these people could have extensive property. We don't even know how many acres of land that he owns. Does he have a golf course, swimming pool? I mean, these places are, you would rather spend your time in a chalet rather than go into a movie theater. Since he's a film guy, he's probably got a movie theater in his house. But you're rewarding bad behavior, and it's telling the public it's a big disrespect to the women that get molested or the children who get molested, and it's a big slap in the face to the parents, because these parents, I believe, in good faith, sent their children out to go out on a job, to make it in a film, and be with this man. And this guy completely betrays the trust. Again, if there's anything where it says, hey, your child must be with us separate, and the parent or a guardian cannot escort the child all the way through, the guardian or the parent must be very, very vigilant and steadfast and say, you know what, I think my daughter or the person who I'm with today, she can't go with you. He can't go with you. They cannot go with you. But you're going to break the contract. Well, let's break the contract. And you need to make a contract where it says that the parent or the guardian will forever and ever be present in film production, makeup, when they take them into those little SUVs or those little trailers so they can get their makeup and their clothing changed. The parent should be with them at all times, inside as well as outside. When the little girls or boys go to the bathroom, the parents must escort them to and fro. It is that serious. It is that serious. To that woman, Miss Langer, who was raped when she was 15, and she felt that, because her parents had to pass away and then come out with it, because I guess she must have felt her parents would have felt a certain kind of way. It's a damn shame, because she knows that this man is so powerful that no one's going to believe her, and they will quickly dismiss her claim. And I was wondering if there was any rape kit or anything that was back then that could have pulled off any type of DNA evidence or anything, or was that not even being done in these cases? So there's going to have to be a further looking into these things down the road. And I hope for our podcast and for our listeners that we can come back and address it and give it to you as quickly as the information is released to us. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yeah, so I see where you're coming from with that. Good analysis by both Sensei Buddha and Mr. Suave. They know I really don't like these child predator stories very much. You know,
Nobody likes them.
yeah, and
Nobody.
but we do them anyway. We're not doing this, folks. We're not doing these stories just to do them. The name of the show is Hindsight. What we're trying to do is not only just put a light on it, but also try to give some type of suggestions or solutions on how to deal with these situations, so that maybe somebody may listen to this and see the writing on the wall when the elements of the situation are presenting itself, and you kind of see, hey, I'm getting in this situation, and then do something to adjudicate it or get out of it.
Yeah, and I would like to add to that, as Beat Physicist was just pointing out, this is in hindsight. Now we have foresight going forward. We have to, you just can't turn the blind eye to it. These are cases that we're reading that are coming in here. They're only a month late, 2 months late, a week late. And no matter how you may feel about somebody, if there's any possible or potential for those children to get molested or whatever the case may be, you have to step up. You're going to have to step up even if you feel that you're going to look like a fool. I'd rather be a public laughingstock and even arrested if I was protecting either my child or if any of my good friends said, hey, Dave, you're here, you're babysitting my child. I trust you with my child's life. You better believe before that any harm comes to that child, I better be dead in the street before I let any harm comes to that kid. Death before dishonor, straight up. And we can't be apathetic. We can't be wishy-washy about it. These are your children. You got a lot of things to do to enjoy and see your children grow, doing the college thing, doing the marriage thing, and living a good life. And you try to protect them from every kind of predator. If you get a son or your daughter and they're involved in a situation, especially if it's your daughter, if she got a maniac of a boyfriend when she's going to college, like we did the one that was in Pittsburgh, the father should have beat feet immediately and withdrew his daughter. I don't care about how much money you're spending. It is the life of your child. If I have a son and he's in college and he's dating a girl and then the girl has a crazy jealous boyfriend, I'm beating my feet over there to check it out, and then we make the evaluation. Son, you're coming home. We're going to go to another spot. Hey, Dad, I want it. No, you're coming home. You're coming home. You got people that are out here, and here's the thing. We practice martial arts, but we also want to use common sense. And then if we can't see the common sense in the situation, you try to get educated on it. But here's the real deal. When you get people who are predators, seasoned predators, allegedly, like in this situation, as Beat Physicist pointed out, this guy knows how to set you up. This guy knows how to say the right things. He knows how to do these things. And what's very sad is that the man has a wife that would appear to be complicit in these things, allegedly. You gotta protect your kids, man. You're dealing with a maniac element.
Yeah.
Maniac. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But unfortunately, I can't take credit. I think it was Mr. Suave who gave that insight about, what he,
Yes.
these predators like to do. But I'll take the credit if you give it to me. If Suave don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm always throwing up alley-oops. I'm assist king.
I'm sorry.
The ball came from my hand, but it still passed on to yours, so it's all right.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Suave. And you're dealing with people out here who are maniacs. And sadly, in school, as well as unfortunately with our parents, we don't teach our children how to notice the angle of a maniac, male or female. You got to teach your children how to notice odd behavior because it could save their lives, especially when you send them to school. Now, you can escort your child to school, but unfortunately, unless you have somebody that can be a neighborhood monitor and set them up in each and every classroom with the teacher so everything is cool and have lunchroom monitors, yeah, you're taking a big chance. Always that chance. You can go to the most prestigious school. It doesn't matter. And if somebody has wealth and privilege, they're going to flex that on your kid, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Gentlemen?
Yeah, I mean, we summed it all up pretty good, pretty much. I just like to say, you know, here at Hindsight, we're not your average podcast. We're not your average broadcast. Don't just sit on your ass. Get off your ass. Do it fast. Because we're not your average podcast. Listen to us, folks. You got the nuggets. You got the knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. I second that.
I third it.
We're here at Hindsight. We're trying to bring you that knowledge, and keep you up to speed. Well, yeah, I think that's it. We've tackled this one, and we're going to tackle the next one, and we're going to tackle the next one, and the next one, and the next one after that. After that, our work may never be done, but let's keep fighting the good fight. All right. Well, until next time, take care, listeners. Yeah, let me plug the website. It's hindsight.com, HYNDESITE.com. That'll take you to the, to where you can get to everything. We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes Radio. TuneIn Radio. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. If you can't, Stitcher. I mean, if you can't find us, you're not looking. Or you spelled it wrong. Who knows? But we're out there. You can find us. You can email us individually. mrsuave@hindsight.com. Buddha@hindsight.com. Beatphysicist@hindsight.com. Yeah, you reach out. We'll get back to you. We'll see you next time. Well, we'll be in touch next time.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.